and gentlemen, very much indeed. Welcome to a new series of magic shows. I hope you're going to enjoy them. I think we've got a lot of interest for you. And they've given me a beautiful place here. Isn't it marvellous? A two-storey set. And I've got a marvellous flat upstairs. It's like living over the shop. And we have a very attractive and intelligent-looking audience. You've all been screened. Yes? We went into your backgrounds. I just have to test you for concentration. So will you all concentrate for a moment, please? All of you. You know what to do, don't you? You know what to think. Think beautiful thoughts. Everybody concentrate. Are you doing it? Go on, concentrate. Yes, you're going to be all right. No, you did it. Oh, dear. What's that? How's it done? I don't know how it's done. I wish I could tell you. It's this strange power I get from outer space, you know, he says. Very handy it is, too. Very handy, this power. You can do all sorts of things with it. You can help old ladies across the street, especially when they don't want to go. It'll do anything except grow hair. Now, you can stop concentrating, and it comes... You see? You've never seen him do that. Well, I think we have a lot of very interesting Oriental magic for you in this series. Oriental because... George Martin and Ali Bongo, that's Alistair, and I have been touring in the Far East. We've been to all sorts of fascinating places like Hong Kong, Kuala Lumpur, Bangkok, Singapore, Tehran, Delhi, Bahrain, and so on, to get ideas for this series of magic shows. And of course, most people come back with holiday snaps, and usually I don't take very good pictures. I take a very dim view. But these aren't bad. Some of them came out quite well. Now, there are the three of us with our beautiful British Airways hostess showing us around Singapore. We're buying souvenirs and things. And this one is, yes, we're looking at snakes, and they sell them in the marketplace there, and chickens and all sorts of things. And there's a lovely one of Alistair trying on a mask here. I think it makes him look much younger. And we're going to do some magic with all these various props a little later in the series. And of course, another thing you have to do when you go away, especially as far as that, is to bring back presents. Now, I'd like to have brought a present back for all of you, but I didn't have the yen. But I do have... well, I had to use it somewhere. I do have a present for one person with my compliments. Maybe the lady here, would you like to have this with my compliments? Would you like to just give it a little tinkle? I don't want you to play with it now too much. You can have another tinkle on the way home if you want to. But would you give those to the gentleman next? Are you together?
Yes.
You are? Yeah. Oh, that's lovely, because I want to borrow you for a minute. Could I do that? If I promise not to embarrass you. Actually, you'll find this rather interesting. While we were there, I collected a whole sample of the various Oriental costumes that you can get out in the Far East, and they are very beautiful, and I would like a lady's opinion of them. So would you hand this to the gentleman on your right, and put it safely on your lap, and then we'll know if he moves. So he'll be all right then. He'll be there when you come, and you can have her back as good as new in a few moments. What is your name, please?
Marion.
Marion, thank you ever so much. Won't keep you a minute. Come over here, because I want you to meet Alistair, my old china, and he is going to demonstrate... Alistair, could we have the Oriental wardrobe, please? Marion, you come with me down this... like an old mushroom, doesn't it? Marion, this is Alistair. Alistair, Marion. You look very attractive in that lot. Alistair, do you want to do your Chinese joke now?
Oh, can I do it now, Mr.
He's got a marvellous Chinese joke,
oh,
yes.
Yeah. Well, if a fly going east meets a flea going west,
yes.
What time is it in Hong Kong?
I don't know. If a fly going east meets a flea going west, what time is it in Hong Kong?
Fly past flea.
I should never have asked you. All right, let's have a look at these dresses. Now, let's have the first one. Marion, if you stand about there, love, and then we can show it to the rest of the people. This is a kimono, and you know where that comes from. That's from Japan, of course. And this next one, I believe, is a Cheongsam. Cheongsam from China. Very beautiful. All right. And we have one here, which is a sarong kabaya. All the hostesses wear these on the airlines. They're very, very attractive. That's a sarong kabaya. And this one's called a happy coat. That's Chinese, Marion. And the last one we have here is a sari, of course, from India. Very beautiful, aren't they? Right, now you notice that we have 5 colours here, Marion, with blue, red, orange, green, and white. or thereabouts, you see. And I've got a bag of, a transparent bag of buttons. Now, will you look at that carefully and see that all the colours are represented? That is the blue, the red, the orange, the white, and the green, all there. So if I give them a little shake-up and ask you to plunge your hand in, but I want this to be a free choice, absolutely free, so will you glance away as you take one of the buttons out? Just take out one button, but any one you like. It's your choice, and then show us the colour of the button. Just show it to the camera, hold it nice and still there, then they can pick it up, you see. So you've chosen which? The red. Thank you very much. Pop it back, and that's yours, and now I'd like you to streak back to your seat. Well, you know what I mean. Find your way back, and thank you very much for your help, and I'm going to choose the costume that you chose, thank you, Marion, which is the happy coat chosen by Marion from the audience. Right, now I shall fold the happy coat up into a little bundle. It could have been any one of these dresses that you've seen. Alistair has got here a carrier bag, and I'm going to put the happy coat into the carrier bag, and I want you, please, to pick up the banner, Alistair. Just pick up the banner, that's right. Pick it up and hold it up for me.
Like that?
Yes, higher.
Bit
Lift
higher.
it up higher, that's the idea. Now, I want you to just lift it a touch higher and step up, if you will, onto the packing case here. Step up onto the packing case.
I can't stand heights, Mr. Nixon.
Oh, you won't be there for long. Oh. Now, when I count 3, will you drop the banner? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. And it's good to see you for another cheer. Nitty, you look very pretty.
Oh, this is fantastic.
It's nice,
but
isn't it?
It's a little bit short, don't you think?
No, it's not short. No, they all wear them like that in Hong Kong, you know.
They do?
It's called a happy coat, you see.
Happy coat. Why happy coat?
Well, you must be joking. The Chinese wear these all round the house, you see, the men and the women. That's why there are so many Chinese. Happy coats, they all wear happy coats and think about things they'd like to do.
Oh, David, I see what you mean. If they don't dig the scene, how they gonna have a dream come true?
Well, you see, now you're getting the idea. Now, one of the most popular costumes out there, Anita, is called the Chong Sam. That's a Chong Sam. That's from the land of Susie Wong. And the Chinese even sing about it, like this. There's a happy tune.
Oh, I've heard it before.
They love to cruise.
They know to Singapore, the
Cheong Sam song.
Sexy as can be.
With a touch of finesse.
That harmony.
It goes with the dress. The Cheong Sam song.
What brings the tourists to Chinatown?
And what made Susie go Wong?
Living in Kowloon.
She was one of the best.
She used to cruise.
While taking a rest. The Cheong Sam song. Now, here's a nice one. In the town of Kuala Lumpur, you'll seldom see a lady in a jumper. They know better, never wear a sweater. You will see them in Malaya, wearing the sarong kebaya.
But all the girls in Tokyo know
Yes?
they're prettier when they're wearing a kimono.
And in Delhi, even on the telly, what do they wear?
What do they wear?
This.
Well, what do you call that?
Well, this is a sari, silly.
Sorry, I asked.
You are. You are. Oh, we've got some more. You can do lots. No, this, you are looking at a bit of genuine Calcutta schmutter.
Here, I like this bit.
Yes, it's the sari with the fringe on top. I told you.
You'll never get anywhere with that material.
Yes, well, how about this material? Look at that little empty Chinese box and watch very carefully.
Oh.
Yes, that's it. There we are. Thank you,
Oh,
Alistair.
they're really beautiful.
Aren't they pretty? This
Lovely.
is all the way from Bangkok, this. Isn't it beautiful? It's genuine Thai silk.
What, these are much too good for ties?
If you ever go across the sea to Thailand, A dozen yards of tie silk you can buy.
You must have been a riot out in Siam, looking like Yul Brynner in The King and
I forgot to tell you, as a matter of fact. Anita, Alistair brought you a little present. Now, he wants me to give it to you because he's very shy.
Well, thank you. I mean,
Alistair, we mustn't embarrass. He bought it for you when we stopped in Paris.
Alistair wants perfume for me.
But don't let on that it's duty-free. Oh, we've been to Bangkok, Siam, and we've been to Thailand, and Hong Kong, Kuala Lumpur, and we've been to Singapore, and Canby Island, and Ashton-on-the-Line.
Listen. I've been everywhere, man.
Yes, but I've been everywhere, man, everywhere by air, man.
Did you go anywhere, man?
Couldn't afford the fare, man.
Right. Anything to declare?
What do you mean, anything to declare?
Well, have a quick look at that. What do you think that represents? Her Majesty's Customs and Exercise Men.
Huh?
Yes. I've been caught that many times. I thought if you can't beat them, join them. Right.
Coming back from France, you must never take a chance with an English customs officer.
When you've nothing to declare, he will search your underwear.
He's an English customs officer.
Hide a piece of jewelry in your bag and you will see you can never fool him, no matter how you try.
He will read your blooming mind. It never takes him long to find it. He's an English customs officer.
When you think you haven't got to pay, he will very soon wipe the smile off your face.
I catch about a dozen every day.
He can smell a fiddle a mile off.
Try to smuggle cigarettes,
A clarinet's a wireless set.
perfume for your girlfriend.
Or whiskey for your dad.
You can hide it up your sweater, but you'll never get the better
Of an English customs officer.
You may try it on the cutie,
But it's taking home a duty when you get back from a foreign holiday.
In Hong Kong and Singapore, we were wined and dined by the local magicians. We found the Chinese people incredibly hospitable and charming and fascinating. They couldn't have been kinder to us, and there are many magicians out there, mostly amateur, of course. I'm looking now at the menu for an 11-course banquet that they gave us at the Imperial Room in Singapore, which included all sorts of things like sizzling chicken and shark's fin soup with crab meat. And, oh, I mustn't. Oh, no. It's fattening even to think about it. And actually, it isn't very fattening. And one of the magicians there was called the Great Wong. He was one of the few professionals. And he calls himself the Great Wong, I think, to distinguish himself from all the other people of the same name, because it's a very common name out there. In fact, the directory is full of Wong numbers. But, and... I'm sorry about that, but it does get it out of my system. And he, this man, the Great Wong, most charming and a very great apparatus maker. He makes all his own stuff. And they gave us a cabaret after the dinner and started performing, and he performed a trick with some simple apparatus, which he gave to me after, and I'd like to show it to you. Now, I think it's quite a pretty thing. It's done with a card, a large card, the Queen of Hearts, but that doesn't matter. It's got a hole in the middle, and it just fits inside a sort of a wooden envelope like this. There's a slot on the end, and it just pops in there, and you see the hole coincides with the hole in the envelope. The only other bit to show you is this little easel. This stands on there, and here are the instructions. The instructions are in Chinese. They're actually, what happens is they don't charge you for the trick. He just charges you £1 for the translation, you see. Very clever. Now, I'm going to roll the instructions up like this into a tube, and that goes into the hole in the envelope, like that, all right? So, now that goes back on the easel. There it is. You can see that it's right the way through. Like that. Good. Now I'm going to take the card, pop it into the top of the envelope, and it'll only go down as far as the paper. But if I push and use a little Chinese word under my breath, like that. Gong Dai Wa is the word, actually. Means it's a lie in Chinese. Now look, I take that away like this, and it has gone right through like that. Those of you who are kung fu addicts will have noticed that when Kane is a bit upset and he's fed up with throwing knives at people, he plays a Chinese flute. Flute is a beautiful instrument. You sort of stand beside and pop the tune into it that way. And this is a genuine Chinese flute. You see quite a lot of them out there. I can't play it. But the English equivalent, I suppose, would be the penny whistle. And we've got with us today the great expert, in fact, the penny whistle man himself, Des Lane.
I'd like all of you to join me now. I want you to whistle, so wet your whistles. I'll play the first bit, and I'll tell you where to come in. Will you join me? Right, all together now. Come on, you can do it, but hold it, hold it, hold it. We'll try that one again. Hold it now. We'll change the tune. Down. Just a little bit.
That was really great. Thank
you,
Des.
David.
What a lovely sound. What a personality. Of course, in Delhi and places like that, they use pipes more like this, Des, probably quite tricky to play. And we stopped off at Delhi Airport. Incidentally, that penny whistle, what does it cost now?
Oh, they cost about 50p these days.
50p for
50p.
penny whistle.
And VATP.
VATP?
Very hard to play.
Okay. You've tried carrots. Do you play these things then? No. Have a go at that one, see how you get on. Yeah, we'll just have a little blow at it, and I'll show you something. Yes. Have you got the wrong end? No, you're not holding your feet right. I'll tell you what we'll do. Look, I've got a bit of silk here from that part of the world. Let's, have you ever done any snake charming?
I never have, unfortunately.
Well, now's your chance to learn, because you learn something every day. I'm going to make a little imitation snake out of this piece of silk, and I'm going to drop it into this genuine Indian snake basket here. Let's have a little Indian music. And would you like to help him out, sir, as well?
Would you like a turban on?
Wiggle it. Yeah, maybe it would help. Yeah, let's give him one of these. Yes. Now, force yourself. Take a deep... You're blowing too hard, I think. Very, very good. Thank you. I think that was marvellous. No, you did a great job there. Have you ever seen a snake do a card trick? No. Well, I'm going to show you a snake do a card. Have you ever seen a snake do a card?
I never have, David.
All right.
No.
We'll see a snake. Excuse my back, won't you? It's better than the other side, actually. This is a pack of cards. They're all different. Let's show it to the camera. There are the cards, and I'm going to give them a little shuffle up, and I'm going to ask this lady over here next to the gentleman who did such a great job of snake charming just then. I'm going to ask you, please, to take out one card from the pack and look at it. Just one card. Don't let me see it for the moment. Would you take one out as well, sir? Just one. Just look at it. Remember it. Okay, fix your mind on it, but whatever you do, don't change your mind, will you? Because that would spoil it. Put it back in the pack anywhere you like, and will you put yours back anywhere you like? And I'll close the pack up. Remember your cards, all right? You won't forget them, promise? Right, and we'll pop the pack into the snake basket like that. And now I want you to put on your best charming manner and play a charming tune, please, Des. There we are. Now, would you mind... Oh, wait a minute. It's only got one card. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Only one card. What was your card?
Well, it was the 5 of spades.
Five of... What was your card?
2 of spades.
2 of spades. Oh, dear.
5, 2,
no.
7.
It's the same. Ah. It must be an adder. The most charming person I've met for a long, long time is Anita Harris, and here she is.
David, you know, the thing I like most about being on this show is magic fascinates me. It fascinates me. I saw a guy in Toronto do an impossible trick. He had a piece of tissue paper, he ripped it like that, very sort of casually, and he ripped the 2 bits again, and he ripped that again, like that, into pieces. Then he sort of folded that up tiny, like that, so it was a little sort of a oblong like that.
Yeah.
And he tucked it in there like that.
Yes.
Right in, and then he blew on like that, and he pulled the piece out.
Yes.
And unfolded all the bits, and it was like back to one piece again.
Oh,
like
really?
that.
Oh. Not too much, no. That's enough. Now, don't do that, because he'll think it's easy if you do that, you see.
Well, the thing I was going to just ask you was, how on earth did he do it? That's what I want to know. No, really.
Well, he had 2 pieces.
No, he didn't. I watched him. He had 1 piece.
Oh, no, you thought he only had 1, but you see, he saw you coming, and he thought, oh, we got a right one here, you see. Yeah. Now, I'll show you what he did. Have you got another piece? And I'll show you exactly what happened. Give me another piece. He folded a bit up before he started.
It's a bit crumpled, does that
matter? No, that doesn't matter. And that's lovely, thanks very much. Now, this piece he folded up, and he clipped it between his his middle fingers like that, you see. Now, you can do that, you see, and if you hold your hand like that, you see, now if you keep your hand moving, they don't know it's there, you see. You know? They think you're a bit peculiar, but they don't understand. Now, this is the bit that he's... without showing those pieces, he tore this in half, Rolf, and then he put them together and tore again, and then he tore over the 4 pieces, and then the 8 pieces, and then all into lots of little pieces, as you said, without letting you see that piece. Then he folded these torn pieces up into a little bundle. Then, when you weren't looking, he put those torn pieces there, and he opened up the whole piece, and you thought he'd joined them, you see. Oh, I see. That's how he did it.
But then, tell me, what did he do with the torn bits?
What, these bits?
Yeah.
Well, I expect so as not to waste them. When you weren't looking, he blew on them and opened them up. All joined together.
You know, that sort of thing, you and I would never be able to cope with a trick like that.
We'd never manage it. It would probably take years of practice, Rolf. But, my dear friend, I'm so grateful to you for coming on the show. I've brought you a little present, because I worry about you. And you're going back to Australia, I know, one of these days. And this is for you to look after yourself when you're out there. It's a kangaroo gun.
Well, what is that for?
Well, you're...
Oh. Well, I don't shoot kangaroos, but I can see that would work.
With my compliments. A little souvenir for the dining room wall. All right, you're going to do your song now?
Do the new record, yeah.
Well, yes.
I'll get the auto harp organised, and if you could sort of explain. Right.
Yeah, lovely.
Good.
He's going to wind up his auto harp now, you see. It's a very complicated piece of machinery. And Rolf's going to sing his latest record, which I think is a very charming song. Papillon is the name of the girl in this particular song. But in fact, as you know, Papillon means butterfly. And so here, ladies and gentlemen, without the aid of a net, is Rolf Harris. No, beautiful. I wanted you to help me with a little more magic. Would you do that for me?
It's not the 3-card trick, is it?
No. The 3 swords trick. I've got the... It works. I've got the other one over here. Would you walk this way, please?
Yes.
And thank you for a lovely song. This way. A rather fascinating bit of apparatus. I got this in Hong Kong, and it was made for me by a gentleman called Jimmy Chu, who is a magician, and he makes beautiful props. You hold that?
Yeah, you look a bit off.
Look at all that lovely decoration there. And he does it all by hand, and this is all the way from Hong Kong. These scimitars go into slots here. There are 3 of them, actually. Would you like to put one in for me and live dangerously? Thank you, Alistair. Just pop it into the slot there. That's right. And I think that is a magnificent piece of apparatus, and it only cost me $2,000.
That's a lot of money, surely?
It's not really a lot of money when you think about the accessories. Would you like to see the accessories?
Yeah.
All right. Willow, would you walk this way, please? Here she is. All the way from Hong Kong. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, this is Willow, and this is Rolf. And it's there. And what we have to do for this, Willow, I want you just to relax, please. And Willow is going to relax, you see. And then I'm going just a little bit that way. That's lovely, because this is my best side. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of fluence on. This is very important. And you'll notice she's getting a bit sleepy now. And yes, she's going, and she's awake. Now, I want you to help Alistair hold her, lift her up, and balance her on the point of the swords. Will you do that for me? With a bit of luck, we can get her very neatly balanced on these swords. That's right. Just lower her onto the... Lift up...
Well, I've got to stand on that.
Yes,
Is that all right?
Yes, that's fine. Just lower her onto the swords. Fine. Now, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
What should I do?
Rolf, you can safely let go now.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm quite serious. That's it. And walk away. And there she is, actually balanced on the swords. I've taken the middle sword away, and now the 3rd sword. Well, I think that Willow looks very happy there, and I think we'll leave her there until next week, shall we, Rolf?
It's up to you.
Yes, I think she'll be all right there. Thank you very much for your help, my friend.
My pleasure.
And thank you, Anita, over here. We'll go and say goodnight to the audience, and good night to Willow. Good night, Alistair. See you about the same time next week.